At the end of April 2007, we headed out to Croatia for about 10 days or so for a holiday where the idea was complete relaxation, catching up on a bit of reading, and definitely catching up on sleep. Didn't get off to a great start though, because at our first destination, Split, where we're looking around the Diocletian's Roman palace here, we didn't really appreciate too much because we were in the middle of a massive transit journey. We decided foolishly to sleep overnight in Gatwick Airport in London to catch an early flight in the morning. We had a few short hours in Split before we caught a ferry to our final destination of Hvar, meaning that we're in transit for around about 24 hours. Not the greatest experience, but when we got to Hvar itself, it was absolutely brilliant, and it was definitely worth the effort of getting to there.
You said it's just like a falling. Blood beats faster in our veins.
While in Hvar, we basically took advantage of being able to sleep in every day and totally soaked up the t-shirt weather. We also made the obligatory trek up the hill to the Fortress Spaniel to get the stereotypical postcard views, which were pretty cool.
You should have asked me for it. How could I say no?
So after 3 nights in Hvar, it was time to move on, this time to the island of Korčula, where we were going to stay in the old town, which is very historic and known for being the birthplace of Marco Polo. It's an amazing place where the walled old town is stuck on a little peninsula by itself, completely self-contained, and it was absolutely amazing the kind of old buildings and fortifications that you could see there. The definite highlight for me for the entire trip was being able to stay in one of these narrow little streets where I could stick my head outside the window of our room and look out the street like a busybody old washerwoman.
We wrote our names on every train. Looked at the people off to work.
Soon it was time to leave Korčula for our next destination, Dubrovnik, where we had very high expectations of what is famed as one of the best preserved and most stunning fortified medieval cities in the world.
I could feel your heartbeat across the grass. We should.
Initially we were a bit underwhelmed by Dubrovnik, but I think this was due to the shock of seeing the main street of the old town with its Disneyfied designer boutiques that could have come from the posh part of any city in the world, and also through the sheer mass of tourists that were around even in the off-season. But we were soon able to get over our wannabe backpacker reverse snobbishness and were able to appreciate the city for what it was.
I would have been brave. You should have asked me for it. How could I say no?
Now the absolute highlight, as predicted by all the guidebooks, was walking around the old town walls, which stretch continuously in an amazing state of preservation all the way around the old town, for a distance of over 2 kilometres.
Our names on every train.
To cap off our trips to Dubrovnik, we'd booked a sea kayaking tour so we could see the old town up close from the water. Unfortunately, the weather turned rubbish, so it was rainy and cold with big sea swells, so we couldn't do this in the end. And then it was time to go, so it was just back to Edinburgh. So that was that. Great trip, great place, all good.